Hey everybody, here we are, Saturday morning. It's the 17th today, and there's Suzanne doing a happy dance in front of her house. Hope you can see this with the sun in the background. We come down here a little bit and look at this. When we built this wall a few weeks ago, we put all those little tiny sprouts of green plants in there to spread across the wall and stabilize the earth with their roots a little bit. And they're doing a good job. They're all sprouting. They're all growing good. And we have, this morning I want to show you guys, a few people have been asking about construction methods and stuff. And oh my gosh, building in Mexico and blah, blah, blah. Look at this. This stack of plywood. So today I want to cover that kind of thing for you. I want to cover a little bit about the building and what we're doing in the building. And this stack of plywood right here is 3/4 inch plywood that's made for form work. It's been salvaged from the United States, brought down here and sold. Look at it. It's form plywood. It's made to be used 6 times, was used once. And here we have it, and we're going to have 3/4 inch plywood on our roof for our roofing. Not OSB, not 3/8 inch, not 1/2 inch, but 3/4 inch plywood. So that's going to make a huge difference in the quality of the roof and the kind of roof that we'll have. This is something else interesting too. Yesterday we got the first layer of waterproofing done. You'll see this black plastic down around the bottom here, and underneath that black plastic we have a pipe. I don't want to get in there and show you right now, but there's a pipe down there that is below the floor level, so that any water that ever comes down against the bottom of the house, of course, gets caught in the perimeter drain. The rebar sticking out the side there it's like that 3 places around the house where we're going to build a dead man, so a solid concrete dead man against the wall of the house, and then bury it when we backfill, so the wall is stabilized again. And then this waterproofing down here, you can see how it's been plastered at the bottom. This is to seal in between the slab and the first brick that goes down, so it seals it up really well. And it's got a special kind of concrete that's mixed with it's got an impermeabilizante. I don't know what they call that in English, but it stops the water from going through. So that's the first layer of waterproofing on the outside of the house. Then later we'll have 2 more layers that'll come down from above. Then we'll have impermeabilizante over the whole thing. Then we'll have plastic over the whole thing. Then we'll have insulation. Then we'll have backfill. So it's going to be a really nice cozy house, really well done. And as you can see, electrical is going in already. We've got that happening over here. If you come through, you'll see that we have all this material. We got 40 20-foot long 2x6s came up, and we've been cutting them and preparing them. You see this notch on the end here, and that hole in each rafter. This is the top of the rafter. This rafter is going to end up in a beam at the top of the house, and when it comes into the beam, what happens is that hole, this is a very interesting construction method. You see there's one there sitting there now, and it comes up to that center beam, and at that center beam, the notch that's cut in it allows it to go deeper in underneath the rebar up there. And then the hole is made that we run a 3/8 rebar all the way through. When all those rafters are in place, we'll run a 3/8 rebar through the hole in every rafter, and then we'll pour the cement in the rest of the beam, and that rebar and the end of each rafter will be cemented into the beam. So this thing is super tight, super tight. You can see all these tie downs that are sticking up. Those are steel sticking up there, steel bars, where when we put the rafter up, it will be bent down over top and holding the rafters in place. You can see the tubes for all the lighting is in already, beams up. And on the other side of the house, we have also got, oh, look at this. We got electrical panel in. That's done. It's all wired in. And over here, you'll see the other beam we got up. There's Suzanne trying to hide. Wasn't that funny how she ducked down so you guys couldn't see her? Man. So here's the other beam that we got up. You saw us shooting a video of this. And look at the way here. Come look at. Let's go up on top of this cool rock that's sitting in on our patio. And you stand on this rock. Look at the way that beam is anchored. So we have steel rods that go all the way down and tie into the foundation and come up. They cut into that beam and wrap around that beam at the top. So, you know, it's pretty tight. If you look across, you see all the beams sticking out. So at the point there in the middle, it's the furthest out. It's about 1.4 meters out. And then this beam, and then finally this one over here where we will have the corner beam. So we're really excited. We're getting really close now. We have a lot of stuff happen this week, and I just wanted to share with you the construction methods that we're using and seeing here are super tight, really well done. I mean, you know, I'm here every day on top of it too, so it's making for a nice relationship with the builder. We're working together. We're literally working together, putting up, you know, sometimes I'm up here sanding things and preparing things, and we're going to put all this plywood and all these 2x6s onto the roof next week, and probably we'll do the roof ourselves. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So we're ready to go. And you see that spool right there beside the rock on the patio? Somebody brought me an electrical spool. That was actually Ramon brought that. And he says, there's something you can make a tabletop out of or something. So just having fun. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on. Bye for now.